Kia ora, te whānau. Hope you all are doing well. Happy full moon. Yeah, I feel actually quite excited for this moon. Actually, it's probably because I'm a Sagittarius moon, so that's probably why I'm excited. Yeah, but I also do love a Sagittarius moon because it isn't Western astrology, but I don't know, Sagittarius energy does not like to be restricted, and I feel like it's a really potent time for us to break through limiting beliefs, and not even just beliefs, like actions that we have been adhering to, or like patterns in our lives, even ancestral patterns. It feels like a really powerful moon and time, and it's also we're just moving through the Yoruba New Year, and also in Aotearoa it is about to be Matariki, so New Year over here as well, Indigenous New Year. So yeah, it feels like a very, well, for me personally, it feels like a very like new time. And yeah, I am grateful for this period, and I hope that you're grateful for this period of your life as well, even if there has been hardship. So let's see what collective messages Source, Spirit, the Divine has for us this full moon. What messages want to come through. If you're unfamiliar with me, I'm Janina Asiedu. I am a queer Ghanaian herbal ritualist, ancestral medium, and artist based in Aotearoa. If you want a personal reading, our website will be in the description. If you're watching the recorded version of this, it'll be on the screen, or it's on our page, our TikTok page, or yeah, wherever you're watching it. Okay. To those of love, light, high frequency, truth, justice and peace only. What guidance and information do you have for us, the collective, this full moon? What guidance and information do you have for us, the collective, this full moon? Okay, so we have this red traffic light which says stop. Do not move any further. The signs are warning you to stop, or you may crash. Wait until you are given the go. We also have the rako, the native plant, fofopaku, DNA, atoms, cleanse, molecules, reset, healing, eyes, vision, liberation. And we also have the number 222. So some of you could be seeing 222. And for me, when I see 222, it reminds me to prioritize peace and harmony with the two, like, I guess, balance, and also compassion. So for us this full moon, I feel like Source is really wanting us to stop. To take time to really reset ourselves. When I was in like wānanga studying like rongoa, when fofopaku came up, it was a lot about like DNA and molecules regenerating because of the way that it looks. So if you are interested in what that rako looks like, you can go like look it up. It's really beautiful. But for me, that's about like a resetting of our actual core, our DNA, like our physical wiring and makeup. So I'm seeing that in places where maybe we haven't experienced peace before, Source is asking us to prioritize peace so we can experience it in a new way that we have never experienced it before. And I'm hearing on behalf of our ancestors. So some of our ancestors were not able to experience peace in the way that we may be able to experience it. It actually is making me feel quite emotional. I feel like this is a big thing. This is a big shift for some of us. I'm hearing generational shifts, generational curses, generational restrictions being broken. And I feel like Source is reminding us that we have the power to break them. And when I say a curse, it doesn't mean that someone's gone and like gone into the bush and hexed you. I just mean like it could be a pattern that's in your family that seems like it's hard for you all to get out of. And you might be the person in your whānau, in your ancestral line, that is able to change that, or to just have a more peaceful life. Beautiful work, Joe. Showing my whānau your work is... Oh, that's so lovely. I'm sending you so much love, Shea Butter. I love your name as well. I hope you're having a nice full moon. Okay, so we'll pull some tarot. So yeah, if you're seeing 222 around, it's your ancestors reminding you to just take a sec to breathe, take a sec to... There could also be stuff that your ancestors like want you to see. See a little bit clearer, because I think Fofopaku can help with your vision, like on a physical level, if I remember. Yeah, and for me, it's also about spiritually, emotionally, mentally, even physically, about liberation. So maybe some of us need to really start to imagine and dream and imagine what liberation looks like in our lives. What peace looks like in our lives and our relationships, and even in our bodies, and the way we think and how we feel. Some of us might need to do a cleanse of some sort, so anything that is not bringing us peace at this time kind of needs to go. Now, some what guidance and information you have. I'm using the wrong cards apparently. Just going to use this Shadowscapes deck. Shadowscapes Tarot, it's really beautiful. Just give it a shuffle. So your lower energy centers might be significant, your lower chakras, so red, like your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your throat, and your third eye. So like your intuition, your voice, and also your... I'm also seeing, this is just trigger warning for some. Some of us could have gone through some sort of violation or violence. It could also be sexual, or it could be spiritual, or it could be to do with like our voice. So some of us may have experienced our voice being shut down, or our intuition. This could even be when we were younger. I'm seeing some of us have experienced like SA, and that might be something that is being healed, or trauma is being cleansed. I heard the word replenished as well for some. So if you have gone through some sort of like violation of your rights, of your body, of your spirit, of your voice, or oppression, I'm seeing that this full moon and this like new year, this new Indigenous New Year, there's I'm seeing like waves of peace coming through. So maybe there'll be a bit of healing there that's coming through as well. But I think the first thing that we need to do is stop. So take that time to ourselves, take time to pause, take a break, whatever it may be. What guidance and information do you have for us, the collective, this full moon? Yeah, we have Ace of Swords. So for those that have had like throat blocks, I'm seeing that this full moon is helping you and wanting to help you activate your truth and speak your truth a little bit more. Seven of Swords at the base of the deck. So that could also be attached to, or okay, first and foremost, there's clarity coming on any deception. Deception doesn't need to come from other people. It can also be self-deception. So maybe something that we thought is truth, that we keep telling ourselves, I'm seeing that Source and our ancestors this full moon are wanting to bring us a halt to that, to stop that kind of self-deception, or if it is coming from external forces or people or energies, that looks like it's being cleared or being, yeah, we have the devil here, so Capricorn, so Seven of Swords, the devil, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords. And if you are someone that is like dating, I'm seeing be mindful, use your discernment when meeting new people, in terms of like, there could be someone that comes around that's like, it's Knight of Wands, so it's someone that's quite non-committal, and could be trying to offer you something. I'm even seeing like false hope as well, so just be mindful of that. But I'm also seeing it's important for us to use our discernment when it comes to new adventures that we are entering into, and there will be clarity in that as well. But let me keep pulling. What guidance and information? Oh, kia ora, Brat. How are you? What guidance and information do you have for us this full moon? Sorry, we don't do free readings, but you can go onto our website, Herbal Girl, if you would like to book a reading with us. So we have the High Priestess, and then we have 8 of Cups. So the Moon, Pisces I'm seeing, and Cancer, Scorpio, the Fool, Aries. Yeah, Source is wanting us to use our intuition, there's a big cleansing with this like full moon. So if you're into like water ritual, or if you like connect with water, like go to the sea or go to the river, the lake, whatever, I really encourage that. That will help with like resetting and cleansing your energy, your vision for the future, and how you can prioritize peace, as we were saying, in your life. But some of you'll definitely need to use your intuition. It seems like some of you'll have already got clarity on what needs to be released, and maybe you're still holding on to it. But this is the time to let go and let yourself take a risk. And with the Fool, like, even look foolish when it comes to, with 6 of Wands, your success. So again, like, you could be trying to achieve something new on behalf of your ancestors, on behalf of yourself, that you've never experienced before. But I'm seeing that there's success lies beyond the risk that you might be taking, because the Fool is depicted as about to jump off the cliff. And so something might look risky or foolish to others, or not well thought out, or not well planned, but actually it looks like, if you have gained clarity on this, then it's for you. And there's a need to be able to trust your intuition when it comes to what you want to release. And move on from. What guidance and affirmation do you have this full moon for us, the collective? Ace of Wands. Yeah, because it's going to bring you joy. It's going to bring us confidence. So there also could be like, I'm hearing like when one door closes, another opens. So it's kind of like, naturally we release something, we create room for new stuff to come through. Do you know when the full moon is happening? I don't know the specific time, but it is full today. So probably tonight it'll be full, I reckon. The 11th. Yeah, the 11th of June. It's 11th, eh? Yeah. Some of you also will be activating your confidence, feeling more creative or attractive as well. And that will come in activating your independence and connecting more to your self-sovereignty. This could also come through just naturally connecting to nature. We have the Hermit and 6 of Swords. So yeah, some of you are going on your own journey and moving on from something, and with the Hermit, they're like lighting their own way, and they're by themselves. The High Priestess and the Hermit always kind of looks like a bit of a couple to me as well. So for those that are in connection with someone, it doesn't necessarily need to be romantic. It can also just be a creative connection, or a connection where kōrero, like words are shared. It could even be in a way where you release emotions together. It could be like quite a spiritual connection here. I'm seeing that, I just heard the word detachment. Detachment from ego, detachment from past identities, following intuition, the voice of your intuition, your higher self, together and individually, to help you all move on. There could also be something about travel here with 8 of Cups and 6 of Swords. Those are travel cards. So some of you might be going on an adventure, traveling by yourself, with Ace of Pentacles at the base of the deck. So this might be, it could even just be like moving or something like that, or just changing, releasing something. But it's something that will bring stability. There could be an opportunity that you're, something that you've released opens up a new opportunity that's going to bring you stability and also like passion. Page of Pentacles. So it's important at this time for us to take it slow and just be like compassionate with ourselves. There's Queen of Cups at the base of the deck. I actually really love this card, so I'll show you all. It's beautiful with all the like turtles and stuff. Yeah, some of us need to take it slow and also, yeah, be compassionate with ourselves and others. The Empress, Taurus, Venus. I'm seeing like self-affirmation is really important at this time, and reminding ourselves of our value, even if we feel like we know it. It's 11:11 right now as well. So just reminding ourselves that like we are worth, you know, if we feel like we need to release something because it's not meeting our standards, we might need to remind ourselves that like I am worthy of what I envision myself to experience, achieve, have, or in my exchanges, you know, just to help with that release and that like feeling of liberation. Some of you might be having a conversation with a mother figure. Doesn't have to be your mother. 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords. Yeah, so the challenge here looks like, in the releasing, it's like stepping through a new door, and then there's this like new confidence or new, I don't know how to describe it. It's like looking at this image with that like wand, Ace of Wands. It's like a part of our life force that is being activated. There could be like anxiety about this newness, or this creative thing, or whatever it is, or this new experience that we're being called to have. Queen of Swords reversed fell out on the floor. But Source is wanting us to release like talking down to ourselves, not listening to our own discernment, even listening to the words of others that are like telling us that we can't achieve, even if it's like little digs. You know, when you like share your plans with someone and then they're like, because of their own lack of self-awareness or alignment with themselves, they can't envision what you were envisioning, so then they'll like say some shit. Like, I'm just seeing like, even if things are said or implied, that it's not going to affect us. I feel like with the Chariot on the base of the deck, that there's still this drive and this passion and this direction that is being activated for us. 2 of Cups. Oh, I love this. And this intimacy with ourselves and spirit that we are gaining a deeper access to as we spend more time with ourselves, as we, yeah, hermit. But hermit doesn't mean you're isolating yourself. It's also about like going deeper into your spiritual practice. 4 of Wands at the base of the deck. This is with your family. This is with your whānau. This is in your home. This is with those you love. yeah, this is a very spiritual thing, and I'm not surprised because we're entering into the rising of like Matariki. So I just feel like there's a really beautiful energy that's opening up for us peace. That's good to know. I'm always hesitant to share my plans with anyone because of that. Hard B. I'm like that as well. I think it's good to be discerning with like who we share our plans with, because we're all human, and we can like project so easily. Yeah, and then also like, what are you gonna do sometimes? Like, you might think it's all good, or that someone's safe to share something with, and then you realize they're not, and that's it. Just it's all learning. Like, you never know what energy someone is in as well. So let me pull a few more. Yeah, I feel like we're really this full moon is I heard rest as well, so giving us time to rest. Six of Swords usually isn't about rest, but I'm just looking at this person like lying on that bird. Subconsciously too hard, eh? It's a tough one. I feel like we, like, as humans, need to get better at like honing in on our projections, eh? Because it can be quite like, I don't know, we all need to get a bit more confident in ourselves. Three of Pentacles. Nice. So some of us may enter into collaboration with another person or something, or we're really just being called to be clear on how we're collaborating with the divine, our ancestors, at this time. And we also like can take it slow. It doesn't have to be like a rush. I just feel like there's some insight that Source wants to give us all individually and collectively when it comes to the vision that we have for our own destinies as well. The Emperor's on the base of the deck, Aries. So we have the Emperor and the Empress here. So I was saying for any like couples that energy is present. So for if you're like in a partnership as well, you might be having a conversation about something that you want to build and collaborate on. The Fool, that is new. Some of us need to find new ways of taking care of our physical body as well, and giving to ourselves a little bit more. If we're unsure what that is, our intuition will show us. It might also just be in what we need to let go of. So some of us need to let go of something that could be challenging for us, like something that we're addicted to or something. Ace of Cups. But beyond this challenge, at the deeper end of it, is this joy. Yeah, is Ten of Pentacles at the base of the deck, is wealth. So even though we're releasing something on the surface and it could be challenging, and some of us are also just releasing burdens that we've been carrying, I heard, for the past few years as well. And this is going to make us feel, I'm also seeing like releasing the carrying emotions of other people. So some of us might absorb energy really easily, like typical empath, mystic stuff. So some of us need to learn how to cleanse our energy a little bit more. If you are into water cleansing, we have an ancestral resource on our website. It's called Insure, which translates to water in Tree, my language. Insure Ancestral Waters. It talks about, it breaks down ancestral inheritance, our ancestral relationship, and just the basics of that. So it's for people that just need something to read in their own time. It also talks about how you can build an altar safely, and at the end of it there's a Yoruba Nigerian water ritual that you can do safely from by yourself at home. It's only $30. It's on our website, and it gets emailed to you when you purchase it. So that might be helpful for some of you. Water cleansing looks like it's important. It's really, really easy as well. It's not anything complicated or anything. And if you are doing the water cleanse and you need extra support, you're welcome to just like email me and let me know when you're doing it, and I will keep you in my mind. But yeah, lots of joy to be experienced, especially in collaborations, new collaborations. Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, some of us are. Oh, it's called. Oh, let me see if I can type in here. Okay, it's called Ancestral Waters. And then let me put my website in here too. There we go. Okay, cool. Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this next season for us, we're really being called to like, a Knight of Wands is very youthful. It's like Leo, Aries, Sag. It's like not afraid, fearless. It's being up for a challenge, being up to experience something new. So you might be taken back to something in your youth, or you could be around people that make you feel more youthful. But there's also a stability there at the same time. It's not just like reckless behavior. It's youthfulness, but it's also grounded. And I'm also seeing for us specifically, as we move forward in new adventure and youthfulness and playfulness and joy and what fills our cup as well. So a lot of inner child healing. We're like, this is kind of, these two cards are kind of looking like the Chariot to me. So it's like taking the pentacle with us. So even though we are operating out of this youthfulness, we still know what brings us stability, and we can take that with us as we journey into newness. Like, just because we're experiencing something new doesn't mean that all grounding is lost, all stability is lost, because Nine of Pentacles at the base of the deck, we are self-sovereign. We all have our own, what's it called in Reo Mana, our own spiritual authority that is given to us individually, that no one can take away from us. That comes from our ancestors. Like, no one can give you that. No one can take that away from you, you know. And I was saying at the beginning, especially, like, some of us have been through violence, some of us have been through oppression, some of us have been through sexual, like, assault and things in our childhood and stuff that really took away our sense of self-sovereignty. But I'm seeing that our ancestors are really wanting us to reclaim that shit. Like, it's a beautiful time, a powerful time for us to do that now, and for us to have that regenerated in our DNA on, but like, for our ancestors. And I know it can be hard. Like, I'm someone that's gone through that stuff myself, but I'm seeing that our ancestors want to encourage us to continue to prioritize peace in our lives, even when it's difficult, even when we have to cut people off, even when we have to go at it alone and we're a bit confused about like which way to go. I'm seeing it's important for us to know that our own energy is divine, and that we have that guiding light, like the hermit that carries the lamp into the shadow. You know, we have that light to guide us where we are going, and no one gives us that. You know, it doesn't come from, even if you are in a great romantic relationship, it doesn't come from your partner, it doesn't come from your lover, it doesn't come from your best friend, it doesn't come from your mom or your dad or whoever. It comes from you, you know. So I feel like Source is really wanting to remind us this full moon, this Indigenous New Year, of our self-sovereignty, and reminding us to reclaim that for ourselves on behalf of our ancestors, and what that vision could look like in the future. If, like, just imagine a little bit, you know, write it down, and you know, what do you have to lose aside from just dreaming a little bit, you know, and taking like steps, like one step at a time, to try and implement those things in our daily lives. So I'll end this reading by pulling some destiny cards. I think they're just a couple like cards with words on them. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Where did I put them? Oh, they're here. Oh, no worries, B. It's reassuring for me to hear it as well. I be channeling, but then I'm like, oh yes, that makes me feel good. Okay. Oh, so these cards just slid out, and I feel like these are the cards that I should take. They all fell out reverse, but I feel like there's a message in there. So we had authenticity reversed, sensitivity, prudence, and discipline as well. Okay. So Source wants us to let go of, firstly, not being authentic to, thank you so much, Brad, I really appreciate you. Not being authentic to ourselves. So in this new season, in this full moon, yeah, I'm hearing tired of, I've been feeling this energy as well, like tired of masking, tired of performing, tired of acting like, feeling like we have to present ourselves a certain way when really that's not authentic to how we're feeling in the moment or even just who we are. So I feel like Source is really wanting us to release this full moon, a lack of authenticity. And then we had sensitivity reversed. I'm seeing like hypersensitivity or like quote unquote oversensitivity, overstimulation as well. I'm seeing like when we are not acting in our authentic nature, that's when we become more sensitive. And I don't mean sensitive in like a positive way. I mean it in like hypersensitivity or like oversensitive or like easily triggered, you know. So maybe some of us need to be mindful of that and need to release that. Also, I'm seeing like maybe some of us do the other thing as well, which is like act like we're not feeling certain things when we are, like trying to hide our sensitivity. But also in a positive note, our sensitivity is beautiful. So if we are naturally a sensitive person, that's part of our power. Like even for me, I'm super, super sensitive. It's taken me a long time in my journey to really hone in on that. But I feel like growing up for me, I was like, feeling everything, God knows what, and I was like, holy shit, I hate this. But now I know why I'm like that, and I'm here doing this, and this is what I love, and being able to feel everyone's emotions is actually for a reason, so I can help people transmute it in the end. And that's to me, it's a superpower, you know. It's definitely not a negative thing, even though society likes to tell us that it is, right? And then we had discipline reversed. Yeah, so I guess naturally if we're not being authentic to ourselves, then we're not being disciplined. We're going to like overgive, people please, do things like that, you know, or even just like not give to ourselves where and when we need to. So I'm seeing that some of us need to hone in on our discipline a little bit. Then that will just come by identifying what we want to prioritize. Obviously not being hard on ourselves, but like just reflecting, what do you want to prioritize in your life this new Indigenous New Year, and this full moon. And then prudence reversed. So I was talking about this like ages ago, and I was talking about how people view prudence as a negative thing, but prudence upright is a positive thing. It's actually just being cautious, you know. Some of us, reversed, it's either like being reckless with our energy, or it's being stingy with our energy, you know, being overly cautious. So you will know where you fall into that. But I'm seeing that Source wants us to like bring that back into a little bit of a harmony, because if we have, again, it's going back to that Knight of Wands and Ace of Pentacles, we can still be in that sense of adventure and youthfulness, and still carry our own discipline and boundaries and what makes us stable with us. We can do both. It doesn't have to be like just youthful or just disciplined and structured. We can have a harmony of both in our lives, and I think that that's what we're meant to have and achieve. So yeah, fam, I will leave that there. If you want a full moon reading, those are open as well, just on our site. And Please like and share with a friend that you might think would need this. And I'm sending you all heaps of love, and I'll see you probably tomorrow.